Okay, we're looking at the next video for Notes Quest. Now, so let's say we look at this section here, energy forms. Let's move that somewhere else. So energy forms, for each of the following energy forms, find an image to represent it and describe it with an example in real life. Okay, so kinetic energy, let's start off with that one. So here's an example. Okay, so all we're going to do is just say it's a moving type of energy. So if the object is moving, it has this type of energy. So you could have a car moving, you could have running, you could have ball rolling. So any sort of example like that. There's actually two types of kinetic energy there too. It's a rotational and a linear one. Most things like that. So we've got our image, we've got a fast moving car, describing of an example. So a car moving has this energy because of its motion. Okay, so next one, gravitational potential energy. So here we got someone up high. So it's a height energy, or it's a energy due to your position in a gravitational field. So essentially, there's a G field going downwards, okay, and that creates this force called weight on this person. And if you work against that weight, so if these guys had to go upstairs to get to that point, they're pushing against that weight. And when you do that, you gain a type of energy called gravitational potential energy. Why is it potential? Because you've worked against it, you're now storing that energy here, okay? And then it has a possibility to do something. And if these guys fell, then they would get faster and faster and then make a splat. So what is it? Energy due to height in a gravitational field. Okay, and for example here we have a high wire people have gravitational potential energy stored in them. The energy has the potential to make them accelerate downwards. Okay, so next one we can look at is, here we've got one, and this is heat. Okay, heat. So you could say it's like the energy of the motion, which is really kinetic, but we'll get into that later. Motion of the particles, okay? So it could be atoms or molecules. This thing can feel warm to the touch, or warm or hot. Okay, center of Earth. Is hot, is releasing lots of energy. Okay, that will do. Don't need too much of an explanation really. Oh, what happened there? Okay, so next one here we've got, let's move the whole thing up. We've got light energy, oh no, sorry, sound energy. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, sound energy, what's that one? Well, it's energy due to the motion of air molecules. So again, this is probably kinetic in the grand scheme of things, but we're just going to call it motion of air molecules. As transmission type of energy, like for example, from the speakers, wherever they are, try a different color. So the speakers transmit that energy into your ears, okay, and you feel that your ears actually start moving because of that transmission. So speakers is the obvious example. Don't know why I'm writing at an angle. Anyway, next one will be electrical energy. What does this one do? Well, it transmits, transmission of energy. In other words, if you had a circuit, here's my cell, here's my lamp, okay? We transmit energy from the cell into the lamp, okay? So the process of getting it from here, where there's a chemical reaction, into there is electrical energy. Light. This is your electromagnetic radiation. Okay, this is one that can go for a vacuum, by the way. And my everyday example is, you could say, a torch. And last one, where should we put that? Oh, let's move down a bit. Okay, last one here is the food here, which is chemical potential energy. So lots of molecules, atoms, etc., compounds, whatever you want, can have the possibility or have the chance of reacting. Okay, and if they, so that means they have the possibility or the potential of releasing energy in a reaction. Okay, so for example, food, when eaten, the chemicals can react to provide us with other forms of energy. In other words, without food, we don't live.